Namaste. Welcome to the series of English language proficiency session. Here we will discuss about grammar. In yesterday's session, remember we discussed about few things. Quick recap. આપણે થોડીક વાત કરી. મેં તમને એવું કીધું કે when you want to say something, we'll just show the thumb just to avoid hustle, just to avoid any disturbance in the communication. That is non-verbal. Even though you are not talking, you are communicating. Right now, what you will be doing is, જે આપણે કાલે ડિસ્કસ કર્યું, 4 pillars of any language: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Right now, you are paying attention to the first part, listening. You are listening it right now. You will not be able to interact. તમે બોલી શકશો પણ it is not live. I'll not be able to answer, but I'll assume whatever question may be. Now I'll just tell you to concentrate on what I speak. હું જે બોલું છું એના ઉપર થોડું ધ્યાન આપીને just try to imagine. Yesterday I spoke a one word, horse. અને મેં તમને કહ્યું કે whatever comes to your mind, કોઈકને બ્રાઉન, કોઈકને વ્હાઇટ, કોઈકને બ્લેક, કોઈકને હોર્સ પાવર, કોઈને શેર બજાર, different things were seen. કોઈને દોડતો ઘોડો, અલગ અલગ દેખાયું. Now I am describing. Just pay attention to what I am speaking. I just request you to listen carefully. Imagine there is a farm. ખેતર છે, there is a farm, green lush. Right hand side, it is half done. It is plowed half. ખેડાયેલું છે. Half, it is done. It is plowed by the farmer, and half of the side it is not. When you are viewing it on your right side, આપની જમણી તરફ it is plowed. At the left side it is not. Now the farmer is in very much traditional Indian clothing. He is having white, simple attire, white, and he is having a cloth that is around his head, because it is called faliu and there is no English word for that. I'm sorry to say that there is no exact translation for that word, so it is not possible to translate, but one cloth is tied around the head. ફાળિયું એને કહેવાય, ખેડૂતે પહેરેલું. And there are two bullocks rather, who are plowing the land, the farm. And the horns of the bulls, shingda ena, it is colored in blue. It is in blue color. And the work is in progress. Now you have to imagine this picture. You'll be able to listen it again also. If you wish to, you just have to go back and you'll be able to listen it again. ખેતર ખેડાઈ રહ્યું છે. ખેડૂત who is wearing a white attire and a small lungi kind of a thing, and on his head it is a cloth that has been tied. It is not pagdi, it is not a turban, no, it is just a faliu. That is how it is described. And it is half plowed, half unplowed. અડધી ખેડાયેલી, અડધી વણખેડાયેલી એવી ખેતર છે. You just have to imagine it. And બે બળદ છે, two bullocks are there attached to it, and the farmer is doing the farming in a very much traditional manner. Now imagine, is it something like this that you could see? Right? Did I try to describe it? Yes. Are you able to see it? Yes. If yes, you can, in the next lecture you have to discuss it with me, that what could you see. It is the description. First, when you listen carefully and then you describe it, narrate it properly. When I use only one word, horse, it was not possible to imagine the same kind of horse for everyone. It was different picture. Whatever you perceive, that was seen. But here, when the description is common for all, almost like this or near to this kind of picture would be there in your mind. It is about how you are using the language in correct manner. That's why it is important to know. Now we will be moving ahead with the next topic that we discussed. It was about present tense. There are two tenses and one time: present tense, past tense, and one is time, future time, because future is not predictable. You can just assume, you can predict, but you cannot say it with assurance. You can say what you had in the morning, you can say what you are doing right now, but you cannot say what will you be doing in the night or after 2 hours. You can assume that I would be or I will be doing this, but it is just an assumption. Are you sure about it? Nobody could be. And that's why it is future time and it is not a tense. Tense is something that is certain. Okay, coming back, simple present tense, that is what we discussed yesterday. That simple present tense, in that the formation starts from the subject. And after subject, it is am, are, that is known as to be form of to be, or it can be the verb form. Say, for example, if I say that it is a morning, it is simple present tense. If I say that sun rises in the east, it is simple present tense. All the universal truth will be followed under this. All routine will be under this. Daily work under this. When it is proverbs or idioms, it is considered as simple present tense. When it is about the sentence, exclamatory sentence that begins with here or there, here comes the rain, there comes our uh, there comes or there goes the winter. Winter days are going, so we say there goes the winter. Whenever we are making statement which begins with here or there, or which usually ends with the exclamatory mark, are beginning with simple present tense. That is how it is formed. We discussed about simple present tense. After that, we gave the short forms to it. Remember it: SPT, simple present tense; PCT, present continuous tense; PPT, present perfect tense; and PPCT, which stands for present perfect continuous tense. Now, when we talk about present continuous tense, right now, at the moment, whatever is going on, that is called present continuous tense. હું અત્યારે બોલી રહી છું. Right now I am speaking. Right now you are listening. That is what present continuous tense. Something that is going on at the moment, at this time, will fall under this category. I hope you will be able to see the screen. This material I will be sharing to the official email ID, and it would be coming to you. And in this, up to 9 pages, it is page number 9, you will be able to see. You are supposed to read when we meet for the next lecture at your scheduled day. On that day, when we meet, I just prefer that this much exercise and this much reading you do. You try to complete the exercises if that is given inside it. It is fill in the blank, simple. If you feel that we still want some more time and afterwards we will be able to do it, that is completely okay. I'll prefer that. Okay, let it be your choice and I'll respect it. Simple present tense we have already discussed. Then after it is present continuous tense. It also begins with subject plus to be form. It would be present continuous tense. So either is, am, are, and plus ing form. I repeat: subject plus is, am, or are, plus ing format. Whenever there is ing, it means it is continuous tense. It can be past, it can be present. But if there is, am, or are, it is present continuous tense. Now, as how do we use it? First of all, to describe an action that is happening at the time of speaking. Right now, I'm speaking and I'm saying I am speaking. You are listening. જ્યારે હું બોલી રહી છું તે સમયે જે કોઈ પણ ઘટના, જે કોઈ પણ ક્રિયા થઈ રહી છે, the things which are in progress, which are in motion when I am speaking, that all are present continuous tense. જ્યારે તમે બોલી રહ્યા છો, જે સમયને તમે ડિસ્ક્રાઇબ કરી રહ્યા છો, એ સમયે જે કોઈ પણ ઘટનાઓ ઘટી રહી છે ક્યાંય પણ simultaneously, that falls into the category of present continuous tense. We are learning English. I have taken that kind of example only. We are learning English. So that is present continuous tense. Now, to describe an action that is going on over a period of time, including the present, but may not be going on at the time of speaking. Right now, I'm speaking, it is not going on, but it is in the continuation. Say, for example, you meet somebody, an old friend of your batch or your college friend or somebody, and simply એમણે પૂછ્યું કે શું ચાલે છે આજકાલ નવામાં, શું નવા જૂની, and you say that I'm learning English. So that is what currently when you are speaking at that time, are you learning English? No. But these days what is new that you are involved into કે જે continuous ચાલી રહ્યું છે, are you going to learn English for 12 sessions for continuous? Yes. So it is present continuous tense for you because that process is started and it is going on. ચાલી રહ્યું છે, એ તમારા વર્તમાનનો ભાગ છે. Number 1, when you are speaking, the thing which is going on. Second, when you are talking, but a action શરૂ થઈ ચૂકી છે ને અત્યારે, you are doing it, you are into the process. See, from yesterday, from the day we began, it means you are in the process. We are going in the process and that is in continuation. So for till the sessions gets completed, 12 plus this practice sessions get completed, till that time we are together. So it is present continuous tense because it is started. Clear about it? These days, suppose somebody says that these days what are you doing? I'm learning English. Okay, then excuse me, to describe an action which is going to take place in the near future. Now, near, this term, you have to remember and thank Mr. Einstein for this because the term near is very much relative. Say, for example, if you ask somebody, okay, I wish to reach to Drive-In Road. I wish to reach to Gujarat High Court. કેટલું દૂર છે અહીંથી? And if you ask somebody will say 5 minutes. Somebody say બહુ દૂર નથી. Somebody will say આ તો બહુ જ દૂર છે, તમે તો બહુ દૂર આવી ગયા. It is a relative term. So here, to describe an action which is going to take place in the near future, it means it has to be an immediate action. 10 વર્ષ પછીની વાતને near future ના કહેવાય. When we take about near future, maximum it depends on the reference of the period that I'll be discussing next time in live session with example. Right now what you have to remember is I am leaving for Mumbai tomorrow. Means from Ahmedabad I'll be leaving for Mumbai tomorrow. નજીકનો ભૂતકાળ છે, આવતીકાલની વાત કરું છું એટલે yes. So that is also present continuous tense. Suppose if you say that I'm filing sick note for tomorrow, right? Today evening you felt, okay, I'm not feeling good, મને ઠીક નથી લાગતું, માથું ભારે છે, and you wish that tomorrow you will not be able to conduct the sessions, you will not be able to attend the court, and you are saying that I am filing sick leave for tomorrow. Clear? So right now you are not doing it, you will be doing it by tomorrow, but then too you are saying about it because it is in the near future, and in near future you are going to do that. Clear about it? I hope, I know I'll not be able to see it, but you are seeing me. If you have understood, just show thumb to yourself and read further. So simple present tense SPT is done. Present continuous tense PCT is done. After that it is PPT, that is present perfect continuous tense. For understanding this, first is always subject. After that it is has or have, and plus past participle. It will not be having ing format, but it will have third form, that is past participle of the verb will be used. What are the rules for using it? First of all, to indicate that an action has been completed, something has been completed, finished, or done just now. Just now means थोड़ी बार पहला ज. When something is completed in near time, at that time you mention it as present perfect tense. You are in present, but that work is completed. અહીંયા પત્યું છે and you are talking about this time. Just imagine a timeline, that there is a timeline. We are standing exactly in the middle of it. When there is a timeline, on your left hand side is past, on your right hand side is future. When you are talking just about the hand, we are in the center. If we consider this as the center, suppose આ આપણું center છે, આપણે આ સમયની વાત કરીએ છીએ, આ સમયની, it means it is present perfect tense. If we are talking about this time, then it is present continuous tense. That again I'll be showing in live session for better understanding, that if we are talking about this time which is in motion, this is present continuous time. This continuous simultaneous line. I get up at 6 in the morning, I get ready at 7 in the morning, I take breakfast at 8 in the morning, I read newspaper at 9 in the morning. These are routine work, these are daily work. This is simple present tense. The simple parallel lines are simple present tense. Lines with motion, present continuous tense. When it is here, something had happened and we are discussing about it in this time, this is present perfect tense. Along with it, those who are having kids, I would request them that you discuss this with your kids as well, because it is required. Nowadays, the way grammar has been taught in school is different than what it used to be. And if you can describe it, it will be helpful in two ways. Your confidence about grammar will be increased, and it will be beneficial for your kids also, and it will create a new bond also. So I would request, if you can go through it, it would be great. Okay, if I say that I have finished my tea, it means before I started this session with you, before I started this recording, my tea I have had my tea. I have had my tea. Had is the past participle of the word have, so I have used it. Suppose you want to say that I have read this matter, I am well versed with the facts, I have read the facts. Kindly proceed further with the arguments. So it means you have done that. એ આપનું રીડિંગ પત્યું, તમારી એ મેટરને વાંચવાની ઘટના હમણાં જ પતી છે, and now you are referring about that thing in the present. અહીંયા પત્યું છે અને એનો ઉલ્લેખ આપ અહીંયા કરી રહ્યા છો. This is our time zone. આ સાઈડ past છે, આ સાઈડ future છે. And we are talking about this past, નજીકનો ભૂતકાળ અહીંયા. That is called present perfect tense. Right? I have just read the matter. Okay? Or I am well versed with the facts of the matter. That is how it is referred to. Second, to indicate that the action have taken place sometimes in the past. Maybe it was long back in the past, but the action to complete has its effect in the present as well. Just to give the example, you can read on the screen. I hope you are able to read. They have built a new house. Here, suppose we are talking about again left hand and right hand. I wish you to do this with me right now. ભલે લોકોને એવું લાગે કે આ શું કરે છે બધા ઘરમાં. Let them feel that. Do it. Yes, this is your present. આ તમારો વર્તમાન છે. Here, we talked about this, that I have listened a sentence about present perfect tense, narrated by Dr. Payal Mehta. This is your present perfect tense. Now we are going little back. I have if you wish to say that something that happened, but still the effect is there. I have rented a new house. કારણ કે તમારી ટ્રાન્સફર થઈ છે, તમારી બદલી થઈ છે, and now you have rented a new house. It does not mean કે yesterday only, ગઈકાલે નજીકના ભૂતકાળમાં જ તમે rented house લીધું છે એવું નથી. But you are referring, you are talking to somebody about the time 2 years back you rented a house. But the person with whom you are talking is not aware about it, and to that person you are narrating this. So that is how it has to be done. In that manner you are expected to do it, right? So something that was happened in past, but still the effect is there. I have brought a new car. Now this car was not brought yesterday, but to whom you are talking, એને તમારી જે જૂની કાર જોઈતી, that was 3 years back, એના પછી તમે આ કાર ખરીદી અને પછી that person is seeing your car for the first time. So you are referring to that person that I have purchased a new car. Clear about it? That is how it is used in reference. Now, another thing to describe that the action began at some time in the past, but is continuing to be present time of speaking. It means I have, we'll first go to the example that you can read on the screen. It says that he has lived here for 10 years, but he still is living here. Now, present perfect and present perfect continuous, there is a thin line between it, but I'll try to sort that out. Here, the example is he has lived here for 10 years. અહીંયા તો 10 વર્ષ સુધી રહ્યો છે અને હજી પણ રહી રહ્યો છે. If somebody is asking you that how long has he living here or is he living here, he has lived for 10 years or nearly for 10 years. Suppose you got transferred somewhere અને તમને કોઈ પૂછે કેટલો વખત થયો અહીંયા, so I have lived here for 2.5 years. Clear? I have lived here for 2.5 years. Still you are here only for few more years or few more time. For that time, for that particular usage, it is used. Many a times interpretation changes because of very minor grammatical description, that somebody wants to say that whenever the incident happened at that time, this action was in progress, this action was taken, this action was going on, this action was a routine, or this action started in past and still it is in continuation. If you don't understand or if you misunderstand this kind of things, it may also lead to misinterpretation. And just to avoid that, it is better to pay attention to the rules. You all have studied it in schools. It is just the time to brush it up again. Thoduk revision, nothing else. Going further, finally, to describe a past action, the time of which is neither indicated nor definite. It means he has helped me several times. Somebody has helped you in your life, but more than one time, and you wish to describe that. Till date, you were being helped. You got the help. Now, you don't know, or you cannot define that exactly how many times, or you don't know the exact period that in which year you got the help. Suppose you want to say that God has helped me many a times. Now you are not sure that what was the exact time when you got the help, but you are sure that many a times God has helped you. So that is called that when you are describing some action of, again, past of the time, but you are not sure or you are not indicating that exact time. Say for example, when we are discussing present time, this is present time. Present continuous, something is in motion. Present simple present, something is routine or daily work. And present perfect, something happened in near future and you are talking about it in the present time, right? But here it is not near future, but many a time it had happened in past, but you cannot finger it out. You cannot keep your finger "aa samay," but you are mentioning about that past event in the present, that is present perfect tense, because when you are talking about it in present, that event is already over. Good to go? Okay. Then present perfect continuous tense. Subject plus has or have plus been and plus ing. Now the use of present perfect tense is very much simple. Only one rule to be remembered. Something that has started in past and still it is in continuation. I have been teaching English since 17 years. It started before 17 years and still till date it is in motion. Again, this is our present tense. We are standing here. આ બે હાથની વચ્ચેનો જે સમય છે એ આપણો છે. That is વર્તમાન. This is present tense. Now something that started in past. Okay, I'm just trying to get it done. Something started in past, continued, entered into present, and when I'm talking, it is in continuation. Something that started in past, remained in present, at this moment also it is with me. Okay, I have started teaching English since whatsoever is the time. Now here there is a difference. When you say since or for, these two are the indicators. These two are the indicative words which define the present perfect continuous tense, PPCT. Something, some action that started in past, remained, continued in present, ભૂતકાળમાં શરૂ થયું, વર્તમાનમાં એન્ટર થયું ત્યારે પણ ચાલી રહ્યું, અત્યારે જ્યારે હું વાત કરું છું ત્યારે પણ એ ચાલુ જ છે. Present perfect continuous tense. I have been reading this since 8 a.m. in the morning. તમે કોઈ મેટરમાં કોઈ કાગળ, કોઈ ફાઇલ, કોઈ મેટર હાથમાં લીધી, you are reading it સવારના 8 વાગ્યાથી 12 વાગ્યા સુધી તમે એ જ વાંચી રહ્યા છો. That is, I have been reading since whatsoever is the beginning time. Now here is the most important point where 95% of the people commit mistake. They make a mistake. They're bound to make mistake. Since and for. Don't make mistake in using since and for. Simple trick. Since means you have to indicate the starting point. શરૂઆત ક્યારથી થઈ એ તમે બતાવો છો તો since વપરાય. અને તમે ડ્યુરેશન બતાવો છો, ગાળો, સમયગાળો બતાવો છો તો for વપરાય. Say for example, I just said that I have been reading this file since 8 a.m. in the morning. Starting point. I have been reading this file for 4 hours. When you count the time, that is for. જ્યારે તમે સમય દર્શાવો છો કાઉન્ટ કરીને એના માટે for વપરાય. And when you are indicating the starting point, શરૂઆત ક્યારથી થઈ એ બતાવો છો તો since વપરાય. People are making mistakes in using this. He has been watching television since 11 a.m. He has been watching television for 5 hours. Here, for આવે તો તમારે સમયગાળો બતાવવાનો. Since આવે તો શરૂઆતનો point બતાવવાનો. Starting point is indicated when you are using the word since, and for is used when you are indicating the overall period of time. Since and for, present perfect continuous tense na indicators, hint words. Clear about it? So something that is started in past, still it is going on, and right now we are talking in present about that thing which started in past and still going on in our present time. That is your present perfect continuous tense. Good to go. After that, when we enter into the past, Again, we have our timeline. Just imagine a timeline that is with you, and this is our present time in our timeline. Abe હાથની વચ્ચે જે છે, that is our time, present time. Now, simple past tense, left hand side. When you do this, your left hand side, you just have to imagine your left hand side would indicate your past event. Again, for that, the structure is very simple. You have to use the past form of the verb. If I say, I go to workplace every day, it is simple present tense, SPT. But when we talk about past, yesterday I went to market. I don't go to market every day, but yesterday I went. So go will become what? Went. When I am talking about past tense. I go to workplace every day. Simple present tense. I went to market yesterday. So I am referring to past. So whatever is the verb, that would be in past format. Right? Here, again, I'll just indicate commonly made mistake. That is something, એક વસ્તુ ખાલી યાદ રાખી લેવાની, બે ભૂત કોઈ દિવસ ભેગા ના થાય. Suppose, again, in this matter, I would say it is 97% of the people make this mistake. If I want to say that I did not want to drink coffee. Somebody asked me, yesterday I went to the market, I met a friend, say for example, મેં કીધું કે ચલો ભાઈ કોફી પીવીએ, પણ મેં શું કહ્યું? I did not want to drink coffee. મારે પીવી નહોતી. When you are using the word did, I did not. Wanted? No. I did not want to drink coffee. બે ભૂત ભેગા ના થાય. When you are using the word did, at that time, the past form will not be used. Did not wished? No. Did not wish to have coffee or did not wish to drink coffee. Did પણ કર્યું અને drank પણ કર્યું? No. Past છે ને, આપણને કીધું તું past tense આવે એટલે go નું went, drink નું drank, play નું played. No. બે ભૂત ના ભેગા થાય. આંબલી ઉપર પણ નહીં અને સેન્ટેન્સમાં પણ નહીં. It has to be only one past form. If you are taking did, it means મૂળભૂત verb આવે. If I ask you, did you understand everything yesterday? Did you understand? I cannot say, did you understood? No. Did you understand? It is the correct word. Okay. Now, yesterday is a near past. Yes. So I can also ask, have you understood? That is present perfect tense, because right now also I am teaching the English only and I am asking in that reference to the yesterday's session. So that can be done. Simple past tense, simply the action that had happened in past time. You just have to refer to that. I went to market yesterday, right? Or something that was a past discontinued habit. Say for example, I visited library frequently, or I visited museums many a times. When you want to refer to some event that you did regularly but in past, that is simple past tense. To this we will call it SPAT. Simple present tense, SPT. This is SPAT. That is simple past tense. Clear about it? Just like present continuous tense, we have past continuous tense as well, in which it would be subject. Is am are ની જગ્યાએ in past tense it would be either was or were plus ing. If I just say that past tense is something that you refer to when you are talking about the point, a particular point of past. At that time તમે જે પોઈન્ટની વાત કરો છો એ સમયે એ ઘટના ચાલુ હતી. The time you are talking about, at that time that particular process was in motion, એ ઘટના ચાલી રહી હતી. So that is called past continuous tense. Say for example, when I rang you, or when I called you, you were reading a book. મેં તમને બોલાવ્યા ત્યારે તમે શું કરી રહ્યા હતા? You were reading a book. When I called you, at that point of time, in past, at that point of time, what action was in continuation, in motion? Reading. તમારી વાંચવાની ક્રિયા ચાલુ હતી. That is called past continuous tense. Clear? If it is in question format, what were you doing when I called you? मैं बोलावा ત્યારે તમે શું કરતા હતા? What were you doing when I called you? Okay. One is simple past. When I called you, simple past tense. What were you doing? Past continuous tense. As it was SPAT, simple past tense, this would be PACT, past continuous tense. Okay. If I asked that when I told you to unmute your mic, when I told you to unmute your mic, what were you doing? Okay. When I asked you a question, were you listening to it? Yesterday, when I asked you a question, were you listening to it? Were you thinking about what I asked? હું જે સમયની વાત કરી રહી છું પાસ્ટમાં, એ સમયે તમે શું કરી રહ્યા હતા? Which process was on? Which process was going on? That is past continuous tense. Clear about it? After that, it is past perfect tense. PAPT. Past perfect tense is used to indicate the action that was completed at some point. It is over. The action is already over, and another action started. One action was already over, and after that another action started. At that time, it is called past perfect tense. Usually train ચૂકી જાય ત્યારે જે tense વપરાય, that is called past perfect tense. Right? When I reached to the platform, the train had left. I repeat, when I reached to the platform, the train had left. When I reached, again, આ આપણો પ્રેઝન્ટ ટેન્સ તો આપણે પકડી જ રાખવાનું. આપણો વર્તમાન આપણે પકડીને ચાલીએ છીએ. અત્યારની વાત કરીએ છીએ. when I reached, તમે ઘરે કહીને નીકળ્યા કે ભાઈ આજે તો મારે મીટિંગમાં I have to go to અમદાવાદ. અમદાવાદની ટ્રેન પકડવા માટે you reach to અમદાવાદ station, sorry, you reach to, say for example, Morbi railway station. You reach to Morbi railway station for getting the train to Ahmedabad. પણ તમે પહોંચ્યા, તમને લેટ થયું, તમે ટ્રાફિકમાં અટવાયા, તમે પહોંચ્યા ત્યારે ટ્રેન ઓલરેડી ઉપડી ચૂકી હતી. પ્લેટફોર્મ પર ટ્રેન નહોતી. યુ રીચ ટુ ધ, અને ઘરે ગયા એટલે તમને પૂછ્યું કેમ પાછા આવ્યા? And you answered that when I reached to the platform, the train had left. You reached, but when you reached, before that, past નો પણ past છે. તમે પહોંચ્યા એ પહેલા આ ઘટના પતી ગઈ હતી. When you reached, this is a mirror effect, that's why this is happening. I'm just trying to get it. Okay, so I'm just trying to say that it's not getting indicated. Just pardon me for the technical glitch that I'm trying to do it here. Okay, we are talking about this time. Say for example, this. We are going left side. When I say left, your left, it is your past. આપણે જે સમયની વાત કરીએ છીએ એની પહેલા something had already happened. If we are talking about this time, એની પહેલા એક ઘટના ઘટી ગઈ છે. That is past perfect. વેન યુ રીચ ધ રેલવે સ્ટેશન, તમે પહોંચ્યા એની પહેલા ટ્રેન ઉપડી ગઈ હતી. વેન આઈ રીચ to the station or when I reached to the platform, the train had already left. You are talking about the two actions of past. ભૂતકાળની જ બે ઘટનાની તમે વાત કરી રહ્યા છો, પણ એ બે ઘટનામાં પણ જે જૂની છે, when you are referring to that, at that time past perfect tense is used. Again, many a times whenever it comes to listening, whenever it comes to interpretation, people make mistake in understanding the meaning, that in reference to two incidents, one is older than the one, that is past perfect tense. બે ઘટનાઓમાંથી જે વધુ જૂની છે, that is past perfect tense. If the order gets changed, તમારો order પણ change, judgment no order પણ it can get changed. That's why it is very very essential to understand past perfect tense. I hope it is understood. After that, it is past perfect continuous. Just like present perfect continuous, it is past perfect continuous. The past perfect continuous tense is used to describe an action which began in the past and continued for a certain specific period in the past. પ્રેઝન્ટમાં એનો કોઈ લેવા દેવા નથી, બટ પાસ્ટમાં when it started for a specific and for a certain period of time, it was in continuation. Suppose I had been. For that, again, it would be subject plus had been and ing. I had been to Surat for 5 years, or I had been working I had been serving in Surat for more than 3 years. It means right now you are not at Surat. You have nothing to do with Surat right now. But in past, for a remarkable period of time, you were there and you were working continuously. પાસ્ટમાં તમારી એ ઘટના લાંબો સમય માટે ચાલી હતી. Past perfect continuous tense. The past that is completed, but when it completed, it was in motion, it was in continuation for a remarkable period of time. That is past perfect continuous tense. Okay. It can also be referred to two incidents. Say, for example, when I reached home, my daughter had been watching television. When I reached home, my daughter had been watching television for 2 hours. You reached home, એને ટીવી જોયું, એ ઘટના પૂરી થઈ ગઈ છે, પણ એને ટીવી 2 કલાક માટે જોયું એની તમને ખબર છે. Right? So it started in past and continued in past, but it was on or it was in motion for a remarkable period of time. Past perfect continuous tense. After that, it is simple future tense. We are entering into the future. Right now, I have written here as tense and not as time, just for one reason, because when you read it, you should not feel that this is not something which we have never learned like this. But as I said, as per the amendment in language, it is time. Amendment khali law ma nathi, it is also there in language. So as per that, future is time. But when we say simple future, the sub tenses, it would be tense, because we are taking it out of it. The sub part is tense. Otherwise, it is future time, it is not tense. As you can read, subject plus shall or will plus original form of verb will be used with future time. And when we talk about simple future tense, it would be shall or will. In the field of law, shall is the word which prevails a lot. We shall, it shall be presented, The actual difference between shall and will is just that shall is just proposing the possibility, wherein will is proposing the possibility with more rigor, વધારે ભારપૂર્વક કહે છે. That's why it is preferred that even if you are using will, it is not incorrect. As per the table, as per the tabular format, I અને we સાથે shall આવે. But if you are using I will, we will, it is not incorrect. As I said, amendment language માં પણ આવે. So if somebody is presenting the argument and not using or not writing we shall but using we will, it does not mean that the person is disrespecting or not knowing about it. It is the updatement in the field of language. As the in Supreme Court of India, when the Justin, the sculptor of Justin, even the blindfold is getting removed from that. If that is also an amendment is everywhere. It is just like that. So, simple future tense, which is a part of future time, and simple future tense, when we refer, shall and will be used, subject plus shall or will plus the verb form or the remaining part. Oh, just a minute. I just made a by mistake. It just went ahead. Okay. Yes. Clear about it. If I say that I will fly to Bangalore tomorrow, I will fly to Bangalore tomorrow. That is what I'm just showing my probable action in simple future tense. Right? Simple future tense. I will be flying to Bangalore tomorrow, or I will fly to Bangalore tomorrow. Why did I use will be is in the next slide. Now, by using simple present tense, here is the difference. Simple future tense and simple present tense, we say that our examination begins from 9th October. You can say right now you are talking about the present tense and you are referring, because usually exam times are fixed. If I talk about board examination, usually in 90% of the cases it would be in the month of February or March. If it is Gujarat board, it would be in the month of March. If it is CBSE, it would be in the month of February. Yes. Is it a routine? Yes. Examination is a routine for the students? Yes. So we can use simple present tense for that as well. Simple future tense and present future and future continuous tense, it is very much similar somewhere. As we say that our examination begins from, if I say 9th February, am I talking about the future? Yes. But then too, am I referring it in the present tense? Yes. So that is possible, right? We can also say that they will attack or they are planning to attack. It means it can be used in simple present tense also and in simple future tense as well. The most important thing, I am going to. That is also known as infinitive use, but it is considered as future, simple future time as well. And I'm going to start walking. I'm going to start exercise from the next month. Means my willingness is there, but I have not yet started. But I have already thought, I have already planned. For that it is used. When you are saying I'm going to do it, it means right now you are not doing, but you have planned to do. So even though am is are plus going, but going pachi to આવ્યું, it means it is a future tense, simple future tense. After that it is future continuous tense. Again, this is our timeline. We are going right side now. Left side is past and right side is future. When we are going right side to the present time, it is future. The time that what I'm referring to, future na જે time ની હું વાત કરું છું એ સમયે હું શું કરી રહી હોઈશ. the time that you are referring to, at that time what you will be doing, એ ટાઈમે તમે શું કરી રહ્યા હશો, that is your future continuous tense. Suppose if I say that on Saturday night I'll be attending the marriage function. Saturday night I'll be attending the marriage function. Right now am I doing it? No. But the time that I am referring, એ સમયે હું શું કરી રહી હોઈશ? મેરેજ ફંક્શન અટેન્ડ. તો મારી મેરેજ ફંક્શન અટેન્ડ કરવાની ઘટના એ વખતે ચાલુ હશે. ફ્યુચર કન્ટિન્યુઅસ ટેન્સ. Clear about it? After that, it is future perfect tense. Subject plus either shall or will plus have plus past participle. Right? It is used that again જે સમયની આપણે વાત કરી રહ્યા છીએ ફ્યુચરના રાઈટ હેન્ડ સાઈડ, જે સમયની વાત કરી રહ્યા છીએ એ સમયે મારું આ કામ પૂરું થઈ ગયું હશે. Say for example, I shall have completed English proficiency session by the end of 12 sessions. Right? 12 session પછી complete થઈ જશે. So that is what આપણે જે 12th સેશનની વાત કરી રહ્યા છીએ ફ્યુચરના, એ સમયે તમારો પ્રોફિશિયન્સીનો કોર્સ કમ્પ્લીટ થઈ ચૂક્યો હશે. When the action, we are talking about the future, but we are talking about that point of time in future when the action will be completed. So it is future perfect tense. I will be doing it, it means એ સમયે કરી રહી હોઈશ, એ સમયે હું આ કરી રહ્યો હોઈશ, કરી રही હોઈશ. જે સમયની વાત કરીએ છીએ એ સમયે આ કામ, આ ક્રિયા ચાલુ હશે, ફ્યુચર કન્ટિન્યુઅસ. જે સમયની વાત કરીએ છીએ એ સમયે આ કામ પૂરું થઈ ગયું હશે, ફ્યુચર પરફેક્ટ ટેન્સ. Clear about it? And then that is future perfect continuous tense, which is not now much in usage. Future perfect continuous tense is usually used to describe an action that will be in progress even after a point of time in future. But for this, I am going to, or it will be going on. That is nowadays, as I said, amendment, that is more in usage. People nowadays, just to avoid complexity of language, prefer not to use future perfect continuous tense. Say for example, as you can read the example, that when she completes her PG, means post graduation, she will have been doing her research in the university for 2 years. In place of this, you can simply say that when she completes her PG, or after the completion of her PG, she will be doing her research in university for 2 years. There is no need to make it more complex by using future perfect continuous tense. So this is just the example. This is the construction, the syntax, that first it is subject, then it is shall and will, after that it is have plus been, and then it is ing. But this particular format, this particular tense, that is future perfect continuous tense, is neither used much in colloquial language, colloquial એટલે બોલચાલની ભાષા, or in legal field, or in other field. Nowadays it is not much in usage. But yes, whatever is there is kept there. જે છે એ રાખવામાં જ આવ્યું છે, that's why it is there. Otherwise it is not required. And after this is multiple choice questions. Here, even though I have just written it, you will be able to see that there are fill in the blanks and options are given. 4 options are there, A, B, C and D. And you have nearly 35. 25 are multiple choice question and 10 are fill in the blanks by using the correct form. So 25 plus 10, 35 are given in the form of the exercise. I really wish that when we meet for the next live session, nearly after 5 to 6 days, whenever we meet, I prefer that you try at least solving this. I'll be sharing this up to this page number 8, as you can see, up to page number 8. After this has not been done, so you don't have to do it. But up till this, you can have the printout of paper, and in conventional manner, you can fill in the blanks on your own. And when there is next session, we will discuss about it. I want an interactive session, so I want you to read all the material. It will be shared to you today, and along with that, you try to attempt fill in the blanks which is given what we have already discussed. Clear about it? And after doing this, if you feel that we want to ask about this, or there is some confusion, there is something that we wish to refer to, that would be the correct order of doing it in the next session. I hope you have understood it. As I said, I'll be sharing this uh, to the concerned person, and it will come to you soon. I'm stopping to share it. Okay, so that's it for learning session. As I said, you will be able to listen to it multiple times. I did not say hear, I say listen. In courtroom, that is hearing. And right now, what you are doing is listening. What you do with music, you don't hear the music, you listen to music. And in courtroom, have you ever heard that listening che? No, you always say hearing che. First hearing, second hearing. Next time, I would like to begin the session with that answer. Google does not know all the things, please. And I try not to ask something which is clearly or distinguishedly mentioned in Google. So next time, I will prefer, I would like to start the session, live session, with the answer that why in courtroom it is hearing and when music is listening. So with that, I'm ending this session. You have listened it carefully, and next time I want that you at least attempt this 25 plus 10. It will hardly take your half an hour, your 30 minutes. Whenever you get the time, before next session, we'll discuss that. Thank you. Take care. See you again. I'm ending it.